we're in the data business. My job is to get data out and to the clinician as fast as I possibly can in a way that they can understand. For most laboratories with multiple different kinds of analyzers, you have to have something to talk to the laboratory information system. Years ago, we tried to put all of those instruments directly into our LIS. It was disastrous. Most of those systems are not designed for it. In the laboratory, we do about 6.1 million tests in a year. So MAELA gave us some good opportunities to begin to plug in our analyzers into a common platform within microbiology. And MAESTRIA gave us the next step. MAESTRIA collects up all of our different instruments, all of our manual tests that we put in, all of the pieces for the puzzle in microbiology. And so it allows us not only to have all of our equipment, all of our acid-fast detection, our blood culture equipment, our MALDI-TOFs and all the rest, Vitek 2, feed into a single software. Not only do we have all that equipment that's involved and plugged directly in, we also have the opportunity to add in manual test results. For us, the biggest one for that is e-test, because we use the bioMérieux e-test system to fill some very forward-looking gaps in antimicrobial susceptibility testing. Now we have access to all that data in one place in MAESTRIA. Now we can begin to customize the pieces. So we can have individual dashboards by the person. We can get a better look at some of the data. MAESTRIA has brought all of it to their desktop. So right on their individual working station, they have all the information that they need to be able to call up. Our last pieces to the puzzles have been plugged in, as well as some fun and interesting new innovations like the graphic user interface for gram stains. So it will allow us to be able to actually touch images that translate into words, and although it's kind of fun, it also allows me to standardize the language and the processes so that the technologists all use exactly the same nomenclature, all based on the MAESTRIA software, not free texting or searching in drop-down menus in our LIS system. And we want to make sure that the data that we send to our clinicians is the best possible information we can send across the interface. This gives us the chance to make sure that we look at the blood culture and the urine culture and the AFB culture, and we put all those pieces together before it ever leaves microbiology. So that we want to make sure that our data is as clean and that we understand each step of it before we send it off. So what are some of the other advantages that we've seen now that we have MAESTRIA live? Not only does it give us an opportunity to standardize quality control, but it really allows us to improve the efficiency at the individual benches, not only for individual technologists, but also to design the overall laboratory. So when we need to standardize, we can standardize, and when they want to customize, they can customize. So if I could encapsulate what MAESTRIA has done for us in just a couple of words, it would be evolutionary improvement. We were thrilled to be the first laboratory in North America to bring MAESTRIA live, because we've had that long relationship with bioMérieux and really wanted to look at what are the advantages that we can gain from this next level or this evolution of software. If you have bioMérieux equipment, you should have MAESTRIA. And the reason is, again, the opportunities to integrate all that data and information, not only to pass to the middleware and onto the LIS, but to have available to your employees, to your technologists. I would say to individual laboratories, you may have choices in your mass spec time of flight instrumentation. You may have choices in other pieces and components within microbiology. But that by staying within bioMérieux, that much more can be fed into MAESTRIA. And each of those pieces of equipment that you're able to integrate into MAESTRIA gives you that much more control to understand those instruments. Putting all those pieces together gives you the power beyond just a platform or a single test or a single system.